You follow the rules, the backtest looks solid, the win rate over 90%, but the moment the bot goes live, it crumbles. What happened? It's not the indicators, it's not the brokers. It's the most dangerous mistake bot traders make, and almost nobody talks about it. Today, I'll break it down and show you how I've designed around it, especially when emotions kick in. We spend so much time trying to perfect the logic. Backtests, indicators tuning, entry signals, risk percentages. We tweak settings for hours, sometimes days, until the equity curve looks just right. We get that smooth line going up and we think, okay, this is it. But here's what almost no one prepares for: the experience of running a bot in real time. Because in the live market, things change. Conditions shift. What felt controlled in the strategy tester suddenly becomes uncomfortable. Spreads widen during news. Orders don't feel exactly where you thought. Execution delays just enough to throw off your logic, and your win rate drops. Or worse, it stays the same, but now you are watching it tick by tick. You start to wonder, is this working the way it should? Was that last trade normal? Should I stop it, just in case? And the truth is, the bot might be doing exactly what it was programmed to do. But now you are second guessing the whole thing. Not because it's failing, but because you weren't prepared for the reality of live trading. And bots that only work in clean, optimized environments, they don't survive once the market gets messy, because they were designed to perform in backtests, not to handle real conditions. Now, of course, I'm not talking about scam bots, not the overfitted garbage that was never going to work anyway. If a bot fails in both backtest and live, that's not pressure, that's bad development. But what about those bots that should work? That's where it gets dangerous. The real danger isn't that your bot takes a loss, it's what happens after the loss. Because when you have been winning 90% of the time, you start to expect it. You start to believe the bot can't lose. So when that loss finally comes, even if it's totally normal, it doesn't just hurt your account, it hurts your confidence. You feel blindsided, you second guess the strategy, you wonder if something's broken, or worse, you blame yourself. Maybe I shouldn't have run it today. I knew that candle looked weird. Maybe I should tweak the settings just a little. And that's when you start interfering. You close trades early, you increase the lot size after a loss, you pause the bot, then re-enable it 5 minutes later, hoping it behaves. And suddenly, the problem isn't the logic, it's you. You have become the variable. The risk isn't in the market, it's in how you react to it. Risk management is also emotional. If a bot makes you panic, it's already lost. Not because the code failed, but because you couldn't stick with it long enough to let it work. Most traders focus on logic, and that's important, don't get me wrong, but logic alone won't help you when the market gets irrational, or when you do. Because the real edge isn't just in winning trades, it's in having a setup that you can emotionally trust, even when it loses. That's why I started designing bots a bit differently. For me, it came down to 3 things. First, simplicity. The fewer decisions I have to make, the less likely I am to interfere. That's why one of my bots only takes 1 trade per day. That's it. No second guesses, no chasing, no revenge trades. Just one clean, high quality setup. Then, done. Second, trade splitting. Instead of risking everything on one big entry, I split trades into smaller pieces. Why? Because sometimes you win on part of the move, and that's enough to offset a loss elsewhere. It softens the edges of volatility, it smooths out the experience, and that makes it easier to stick with. And third, trailing stop based on structure. Not pips, not points, but the actual price movement. This means the bot can hold onto momentum, but still exit when the move is over. It's a way to protect the trade and the trader. It keeps the logic clean and the emotions calm. All of this comes back to a single question. Can I trust this bot when it loses? Because if the answer is yes, that's when you know it's built not just to perform in backtests, but to handle real conditions. And that's exactly how I've designed my bots. One of them, DoIt GBP Master, follows this exact philosophy. One trade per day, split logic, emotionally sustainable even through noise. And it's helped a lot of traders finally to feel confident enough to let automation do what it's supposed to do. This is the mistake I wish someone had warned me about early on. We don't just need bots that work, we need bots that let us keep working without burning out, panicking, or quitting too soon. That's the most dangerous mistake in bot trading and the easiest to overlook. And what about you? Have you ever had a bot you truly believed in, but stopped using it after one bad week or one brutal trade that made you lose trust? Let me know in the comments. Let's turn this into a real conversation because this happens way more than most traders admit. And if you are curious about how I've designed around this, I'll leave you the links in the description. See you in the next one.